We are at the National Geographic Museum in Washington, D.C., and I am very excited because we're here for Indiana Jones and the Adventure of Archaeology. It's a traveling exhibit. It's been in a couple of different museums, and it's here in Washington, D.C. until January 3rd. It started in May. From what I hear, there's actual archaeological artifacts from real digs and a bunch of props from the Indiana Jones movies, which are, Raiders of the Lost Ark is probably one of my favorite movies ever. So I'm really excited to go check it out, and we'll take you guys along with us. We are heading into the exhibit, and they give us these things. And it's a tablet. I guess you can see me in the back, you can see me in the reflection, and it kind of guides you through the exhibit. I'm wearing headphones, as you can see, and we're heading in now. It looks like it starts up here. So right now it's telling me how to guide while I go through the exhibit. It's kind of cool. It's like this multimedia exhibit thing. It's telling me every time I see one of these signs to press the button on here, and it'll tell me what it's all about. So we're at number 100. I'm going to go ahead and key 100 in right now. I'm going to press play. You can't hear it, but it's telling me all about what's on the sign and just an introduction. It's pretty crowded, as you can see. There's like a line, but we'll make our way through it. In the first little thing here, they have some Jim Steranko production art from the movie. Very cool.
Oh, Steranko.
So I keyed in 001, and Harrison Ford is actually narrating to me. That's pretty awesome. So right now, they are telling me about the fertility idol. And there it is, from the movie. Here's the costume. I don't know if it's the actual one worn by Harrison Ford. It might be. And the whip. Okay, so this is the one he wore in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So this wall is dedicated to Raiders of the Lost Ark, and over here they have production art of the boulder scene and how it worked. That's pretty cool. Here are bottles and shot glasses and a cigar box from the Raven Saloon from the original Raiders of the Lost Ark. Up here is some production art. It's a little hard to see, again, of the Raven. And they're showing the scene from the Raven Saloon on the screen here. Here's some concept art of Indy and Marion as they open the Ark of the Covenant. And here's the Ark itself. Ooh, look at that. All shinied up and ready to destroy the world. Here's the headpiece to the Staff of Ra. And here is Marion Ravenwood's costume. This second room has artifacts from the city of Ur, including these gold artifacts here. Right now I'm learning about Leonard Woolley, who is one of the first modern archaeologists and discovered the city of Ur. And here are some more artifacts, and pretty cool. Each one has an audio component. So you put in the audio number and it'll give you a little description of everything. As well as most of them actually have some type of video component as well. And now we head into the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom portion of the exhibit, starting with the costumes from the beginning of the film. With Indy and Willie and Short Round. No time for love, Dr. Jones. So apparently this dress was actually made using beads and original materials from the 1920s and was very expensive and damaged by an elephant on set. I learned that today in this exhibit. That's pretty cool. Here's some stuff from Club Obi-Wan, including production art. This is the Ashes of Nurhaci. It's the head of Mola Ram, or the helmet of Mola Ram. And more production art up here. Here are the Sankara stones, the MacGuffin from Indiana Jones, and the Temple of Doom. That's so cool. I think this may actually be the model that they used during filming of the mine chase sequence. Oh, maybe in that shot. I'm learning all sorts of cool stuff about these movies. Tons of cool trivia. Apparently they filmed a lot of the mine chase on models, which I knew, but apparently they also built a real roller coaster inside of a studio for close-up footage. Willie's dress from Temple of Doom. Here's a matte painting from Temple of Doom. It's gorgeous. It almost looks like a photograph until you get up close. I guess that's the point, right? So they alternate rooms between scenes from the film, or, films, and then real archaeological artifacts. So this is the fourth room, which shows real archaeologists like Hiram Bingham, real artifacts like in this room here. And seeing it in the context of Indiana Jones makes it infinitely more interesting. I've already taken a couple of pictures of folks that I'm going to look up when I get home to find out more about, which is pretty great, you know, for a museum exhibit. It really captures your imagination and makes you more interested in learning more. So now I'm learning about Hiram Bingham, Machu Picchu. Here's his photo album. And a National Geographic from 1913. And now we've got props from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, including glasses and the timepiece that were used by Sean Connery in the movie. Some more production art. Some more props from the Last Crusade. The Cross of Coronado, which was from the young Indy scene at the beginning of Last Crusade. It's the leap of faith. And here we have the Grail, if you choose wisely, or the not Grail, if you choose poorly. There's the journal used at the end of Last Crusade. That's awesome. I love that. Look at the detail. After the Last Crusade room, here's another room featuring actual archaeological artifacts. Looks like there's information here on deciphering the Mayan language. So this room is about deciphering clues to understand ancient civilizations and languages. And here we are in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull room. Here we have Indiana Jones' costume from when he was teaching at the university. Next to it, you have Mutt Williams' costume and his motorcycle. Here's some of Mutt Williams' stuff. Switchblade, his comb, chewing gum. Here are some artifacts, or props, I should say, from Indiana Jones' house. Well, they're doing some research on the lines that lead them as a map to the crystal skull itself, or the kingdom. Look at that. You can see the crystal skull there on the top right. And here's where Mutt Williams lives. Here's the death mask of Francisco de Orellana. It popped up in this scene from King's Crystal Skull. So here is some production art of Akator itself, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And some props from behind the scenes from the treasure room. And here we have the Crystal Skull itself. Some costuming from the film. Here's a closer look at the crystal skull. See the amount of detail that went into it. Here's a piece of the exhibit about the Nazca lines, which are really important to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Here's the costume worn by Cate Blanchett in the movie. And I know it's hard to tell because of the lighting, but there is the crystal skeleton that became the alien at the end of the film. Not my favorite Indy film, but this is an awesome, awesome prop. Just look at the crazy amount of detail on this thing. So now I'm in the gift shop and they have all these cool little Indiana Jones items. Skull shot glasses, the book, and the movies themselves. A Temple Run activity book, that's kind of cool. Lost Cities, the original card game. It's all like archaeological based games and fun memorabilia. There's a monkey with an Indiana Jones hat. And they have all this stuff here, like specifically for the exhibition. Postcards, magnets and keychains, posters, water bottles and buttons, mugs, t-shirts. That's a cool water bottle. Look at that one with the gold. Cool hat. Just left the Indiana Jones and the Adventure of Archaeology exhibit here at the National Geographic Museum in Washington, D.C. It was really cool. Like they have this, like I showed you, they have a tablet, and it's kind of like this self-guided tour. So you take as long or as short a time as you want, and basically, you know, it's got videos and audio for every single picture and artifact and prop and thing, anything in there. And it's just a lot of fun. So I could see that there were a lot of kids who were really engaged because, you know, it's got the tablet and, you know, you're watching the video and looking at things. It's a lot. I mean, you could be in there for a couple of hours. We were in there for a couple of hours, and I didn't even show you, you know, half of the stuff in there. There's just so much to look at.